Video. That's good, Krishna.
Stand right, why?
Now moving forward,
Stand by.
a significant challenge confronting India is the fact that approximately 60% of all breast cancer cases are diagnosed at either stage 3 or stage 4, with both of them associated with very low survival rates. In contrast, the West, where although the number of breast cancer cases are higher in comparison to India, but 70% of these cases being stage 1 give the person a very high chance of survival. This clearly portrays the importance of early detection in the course of the disease. It should be noted, and in fact, this might be the single most important line of this whole session, that there can be a life after breast cancer. The prerequisite being early detection.
Now, it is our pleasure to introduce our guest lecturer, Dr. Arif Sheshachalam, MD, DMD Pediatrics, DM Oncology, and MBA from BITS. Dr. Arif Sheshachalam is the clinical head of Dr. G. Cancer Institute, the managing trustee of KP Charitable Trust, and a renowned expert in the field of medical oncology and pediatrics. He serves as the project director of the Have Bean project to provide rehabilitation and end-to-life care at home. Dr. Arun Sheshachalam is an associate professor of pediatrics at Dhanashri Medical College and Hospital, where he has been actively involved in teaching undergraduate and postgraduate. For the past 15 years, he has published many international and national publications and was the principal investigator in many clinical trials.
He has been instrumental in raising awareness about breast cancer and making people aware about how one can stop its spread. We are extremely honored to have you here with us today, sir. To share our deep insights and knowledge on this critical issue. Now we would like to hand over the stage to Dr. Arun Sheshachalam.
You have the slide control, right? Slide control is with
Yes.
you. Okay. A very warm good afternoon to all of you. So I'll just come down because it's a small crowd. So I feel like probably I'm 45 years coming down, probably going more near to you. Probably I feel more young and just giving me back the college memories what I had. I finished in Stanley Medical College in 1994. Okay, so in 1994 I did in Stanley. Then after that I did my MD Pediatrics. So then I did my DM. So after 2004 I never entered into any colleges. Okay, so it is so nice to see so young faces. So it looks like I am younger by 10 years now. Okay, so. Some of you in the back bench can come down if you want. Come, let's have a see. I am spending 1 hour of my time here. Okay, outside my clinic. I want it to be useful. Let's not. Let's use this time to know everything about the health. Okay, about cancer and all the ways how we can prevent. You can all come down. Okay. Let's be more informal. You can all interrupt anytime. During my talk, they have given 1 hour for me. I think if I will give 1 hour of lecture, I think most of you will sleep. But that too in breast cancer. Okay, correct? Because it's going to be very difficult. So let it be more interactive. We'll speak overall about the health. Okay, as a doctor, what I feel, what is health? Okay, as a doctor, where health actually starts. Okay. So what is more important is, in today, there are 4 diseases that takes lives. Okay, there are 4 diseases. If at all, if somebody died, okay, it is because of 4 diseases. Okay, So 10 years back, 20 years back, it's totally a different scenario. Most of the time, I lost my relatives, my friends because of tuberculosis, because of cholera, because of typhoid. These are the things which we lost our relatives, our friends. But now, slowly there is a transition. Okay, slowly we are losing more and more people because of cancer, heart diseases, stroke, and metabolic syndrome. These are the four things that takes lives. Okay, cancer, heart diseases, stroke. You tell they have sudden heart attack. How many times we have? Okay, till yesterday my grandfather is fine. But today morning he went to your bathroom, he had a heart attack. Okay, it is sudden heart attack. Does heart attack happen suddenly? Is it sudden heart attack? Is it sudden cancer? When does all these things starts? When the exact process starts? When do you think that this process starts? Okay, I'm losing because of stroke. Okay, hemiplegia, heart attack, cardiac problem. Okay, renal failure. When do you think that these real problems starts for a man or a woman? It starts exactly during this time where you are all sitting here. Okay, exactly. Okay, as a doctor, once the disease already starts, when the ball starts rolling, it's very difficult to start. All as a doctor I am doing in my clinic is just slowing down the ball. Okay, all I am trying to do is slowing down, but the ball has already started rolling. So most important thing that should be done is we need to start hitting all these four diseases very early. Very early in the sense, it should start at the age of 25. At the age of 25, most of you will be 21, 22. There is no point I am going to tell about breast cancer, screening, because all these things are after 40 years. But it's more important that you start the lifestyle modification very early so that this process should not start on us. Okay, that is where it is more important. That's where the health system is failing. Okay, despite so much advances, why we are not able to make a big difference? Because already the lifestyle changes has happened. Most of us have stopped the exercises, dietary habits has changed, alcohol has got really into most of the houses. Like before, even I cannot even speak alcohol to my father. Okay. But now social drinking has come as if it is a norm in the society. If you really want to socialize, you want to get together, you want to have a good relationship with your friends, alcohol is slowly creeping. Then definitely from all the media, smoking is also in the rise. Okay, so all these changes are happening in the last 10 years. Okay, so what is more important is starting a healthy lifestyle very early. So even detecting early is one. Detecting cancer early is one. We should not have cancer is the other one. Okay, so what are we going to do to stop this process? So that is what the first 30 minutes I am going to spend. First 30 minutes of my talk will be my perception, what I did wrong as a student during my student life, where all I heard, where all I would have been a better person. Okay, what all I felt it would have made a lot of difference to me. Okay, these are things what I would like to speak in the first 30 minutes. Next 15 minutes, I will try to focus on cancer. If more and more people are interested to know more about cancer, I will try to speak about that. Last 15 minutes, I will try to have some discussion among you regarding the various cancer types. Next slide. Next slide.
Yes.
So, see, as I said, 1994, I joined medicine. So 1994 to 2003, 30 years I have been in this field. I've been prescribing medicines, I've been writing medicines, doing surgeries, okay, procedures, lot of things I'm doing. If I am asked, what are the 4 things I can write to a person which will increase their lifespan? More important, the health span. It's not about the lifespan. Okay, increasing the age to 90 years and 100 years, but you are bedbound, is there any worth living? Is it worth? So what is more important, I speak these days, is the health span. How healthy you are. Even you live to 70, but you should be able to hike, you should be able to play, you should be able to play table tennis. So even at 70, that health span is more important. So if you ask me, what are the 4 important medicines in my whole 30 years of medicine practice that gives longest benefit, health benefit to patient? Can anybody guess? 4 medicines. Pardon? Healthy food, diet. So the first medicine is that no doctor speaks. If you come to my clinic, okay, I don't have time to spend about the dietary patterns. Okay, what is the dietary patterns one should follow? This is the most important things. Okay, if a healthy diet, more healthy diet you do, less will be the number of medicines you take. So good, healthy food, a good balanced diet. There are thousands of diets. If you go Google, what is the ideal diet? What are the different type of diet you know? You have tried, like I have tried 4 types of diet in my life. Okay, what are the different dietary patterns you have tried? For weight losing your weight, increasing the muscle mass. So much diets are there. If you go touch the Google, you will know. Okay, paleo diet is there, carb free diet is there, keto diet is there, vegan diet is there, pure non-veg diet is there, calorie deficit diet is there. Almost 40. If you go in Amazon, you touch what are the different dietary habits, books on diet, 40,000 dietary books will come. Okay, so what is the ideal dietary pattern? That is the first thing. Okay, so ideal dietary pattern is personalized. Okay, you need to select your own diet. There is nothing like, I've tried 2 or 3 dietary patterns. I've been a vegetarian for quite some time. I changed from non-vegetarian to vegetarian for almost 15 years, thinking that it adds more benefit to health and we don't harm. So I tried paleo also. So there is no single diet that is really the best diet for an individual. Okay, so the most important is you know your body, select your diet, and most important is a balanced diet. You make sure that your diet is having enough protein, has enough carb, it has all the micronutrients. That is the first part. So first medicine is the diet. What is the second most important medicine? Pardon?
5641.
Exactly.
Like
Proper
5, 6,
sleep.
4.
Okay, this is the
5, 6, 4.
like most
Like
of the time you hear from the parents, teachers, including my own mom used to tell, Indira Gandhi slept only for 4 hours. You are sleeping for 6 hours in 12th exams. Okay, this is a common thing I hear. But over a period of time, what we came to know, among the many aspects, sleep is very, very important. Okay, you can classify a sleep into 3. How is the quality? How is the quantity of the sleep? How is the schedule of the sleep? Okay, so you should have adequate quantity. For a teenager, a minimum 7 to 8 hours is very, very important because it have long-term problems if you don't have adequate sleep. I've been during my MBBS time, Stanley, it was very, very tough. Doing medicine during those times, I don't know how it is very, very stressful. We used to wake up throughout the night. Okay, night reading is very, very common. Okay, and most of the time because they were my own friends, because they want to wake up in the night, they used to smoke because thinking that smoking helps them. Okay, I really remember now I think how many unhealthy ways we have practiced. Throughout the night we used to read, 4 o'clock we used to go to sleep. Okay, people who couldn't wake up in the night, they used to smoke, they used to do all other activities. So all these things have impact in the long term. Okay, so because the process of malignancy or cancer or stroke or coronary artery disease starts very, very early. Don't think that is not a sudden cardiac death. Yesterday I was diagnosed of cancer. Yesterday I had stroke. Never. It is never sudden. These biological changes in our body happens 10 or 15 years before actually it hits you. Okay, this is the ideal time. At 25, I don't think any of you will hear something like what I am telling from your doctor. The chances is very, very less. But just remember, these are very, very important. A good sleep, a 7-hour sleep, a sleep that is according to the sun. Okay, you need to go down when the sun goes down. You need to wake up when the sun goes up. This is very important because your body is mechanized like that. The melatonin secretion happens like that. When the melatonin gets secreted in the night, okay, a good quantity, a good quality of sleep, and have a good schedule of the sleep. Okay, so this is the second most important medicine cycle. What is the third medicine? Pardon? Physical exercise. Okay, so exercise is the most underrated treatment a doctor prescribes to a patient. Most underrated. None of us writes exercise, physical activity as one of the treatment for patients, but exercise is very, very important. Okay, it's not for the weight. It's not to lose weight. It's not to look fit. It's not to look whether how you appear. Exercise is a way of life. Okay, it should become a way of our life. Okay, but most of the times because of our own priorities. Okay, particularly at 25 to 35 years, we want to succeed. We want to be a topper in the class. We want to get into good companies. Okay, so our priorities of physical health goes behind, and exercise doesn't happen. When we think that we should do exercise, we are almost 40 years. Okay, the moment you think that I should have my own time for physics, it becomes 40. Till that time, no, none of us think. What is the last fourth medicine which really? Mind health. Okay, again, emotional health. Even today, I have my friend who was in Stanley Medical College, a good friend. Okay, he is into depression. The problem with emotional health is nobody else can go and take care of him because he lacks insights. First thing, he himself doesn't know that he is having problem. That is first. Second thing, because of the problems of associating with him, none of them go near him to help. Okay, he's struggling for mental health for almost some 30 years. Even today, he doesn't have it. So, emotional health or mind health is the fourth important thing which none of us take care. Okay, so these are the four things I would like to tell, which has largest health benefit. Okay, a good sleep, which means 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Okay, a physical exercise every day, a balanced diet, and fourth important thing is mind health. Next slide, please. So, because it's a next slide. So, if you talk health, these are the four aspects of health, which WHO tell: emotional well-being, physical well-being, spiritual and social well-being. So, if you tell a person is healthy, he should be fit in all moods. He should be emotionally good. He should be physically good. He should be socially. He should be adaptable. He should be good among the friends. Last is spiritual well-being. Next slide.
That phone down.
No, phone it.
Next slide, please. So this is the women's statistic. Why I always tell is
One work you have.
women's health is national health. Okay. So most of the times, if at all in a family there is a compromise, okay, it will be women's health. You rarely see your mother taking care of
Search DND.
Any of you know your mother is doing exercise, having your mammogram done, having a pap smear done, going for a health checkup.
Sure, yeah.
Does any of you just raise your hand that your mother is taking care of your
There is a
herself?
camera, right? There is no-
Just take care. Just raise your
Is
hand.
it recording?
Camera all notifications turned off.
None. Because in a house,
Check if it's
among all persons in a house, if you see, women will not take care of their health. It will be the last of their priorities. If you take the statistics, 40% of the women are obese, 36% are hypertensive, almost 20%, less than 20% get the screening mammogram, less than 25% have the pap smear, almost 15% take alcohol and smoking. Next slide. Next slide. So this is the happiness index. Okay. So this is the large statistics that has been done. Okay. How happy are the women in the world? Okay. If you see the statistics at 16 to 24, okay, you can see the curve. 16 to 24, the index is good, almost 30. It is averaging around 30. But immediately after marriage, probably I am thinking, okay, you can see that immediately after marriage it's dipping down, and it touches the bottom at 35 to 44. Okay, the women's happiness. Okay, they are all good till 20 years. After that, the index is dropping. At 45 to 54, it's dropping. And after that, it is increasing. This is the happiness index. What do you think about men's happiness index? How will it be?
What is it?
Output suggestion to check.
It is always down. that is bias. Okay, I'll speak about the bias. Okay. See, all is very simple. Okay. Men are from
BCA.
which planet men are from? Men are from Mars. Women are from Venus. Okay. If men happiness is going down, women's happiness will go up. That is how. It is very simple. Because in marriage one should compromise. Okay. Anyway, it should happen. Okay. Like that's how the whole how evolution of human being happens. That's how. So one compromise, other will be benefited. So exactly is the opposite. The index happens. The men's happiness, if you go in after 25, it's going up. Okay. After happiness, it's going up. Okay. This is, you can go on. It's a statistics. It's there. Reference is there. Okay. And after 45, 54, it is going down. Okay. Exactly, it is opposite. So what do you think is happening? What's after retirement? Probably, what my personal feeling is, probably more men are more professionally oriented. Professional success is the main thing, what's happening. So most of the men are not willing to compromise when it comes to profession. They achieve. See, it's obvious. If you see, even if you see, when did women had 33% reservation in the parliament? How many of women is represented in the parliament? Just now when women got the rights to vote? Women got the rights to vote? Simple question. In India, when women got the right to vote? Approximate guess, any guesses? Huh? 90? 98? 80? Is okay. Yes, any other guesses? Huh? Since independence. Okay. In India, women were allowed to vote in 1945. Okay, if you go and see the constitution, in 1945, women is also considered as people and has the right to vote. This is the wording they have given. Okay, among all the states in India, when which is the first state to allow voting for women? Huh? Among all the states in India, which state first gave the right to women? They can select the representative. Example. Huh? Kerala. That's a good guess. Tamil Nadu. Okay. Madras Presidency, 1925. So, women's health, women's rights is always. Now, yes, during my college, I also feel that we are men is deprived. But to be honest, if you see, women's rights, women's health rights, all these things were delayed. And even today, if you go and see in your house who gets the priorities, who gets the health focus better, who gets the me time. Now the famous thing what I see with the youngsters is the me time. How much me time they get. Okay, even in my own like hospital, my health industry is one industry which is powered by women. Okay, if I go into my hospital, okay, except me, my nurses, my secretary, my social worker, everything is women. That is one sector where completely powered by women. That is one place where you will be happy to see a woman. Okay. Most of the time, if you go, you see a women nurse, you will be comfortable because we think that they are more patient to hear our to vent our problems. Okay. So coming back to this graph. Okay, so this graph is a reference. Okay, you can get the code. And in the same graph, they said that the men's happiness exactly opposite. Probably during the post-marriage, the women is compromising a lot because of the family, child, and all these factors. So their happiness dips. And after 45, they are able to come out and they are able to have their own time, and probably their happiness is increasing. Men, it's falling. Okay, men after 40, probably once their profession, everybody in their professional career, once you go up, you need to come down. That is the logic. Whatever heights in your profession you go, you need to come down. Okay, once the professional success is down, they lack that purpose in their life. Probably they are more unhappy after a particular point of the age. Next slide. Next. So just because it's a pink October, women's health. So as I said, there was a lot of biases there. Okay. The bias is there. That bias is, even though I'm a male, I know there is a bias. Okay, there is like if I'm going for an interview, okay, if I see females are coming, okay, if she has kids, the bias is whether late work she will work. Okay, whether after 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock there is a work, whether she will be able to do. Okay, if she field work, whether women can be do. These are the biases. Okay, these are inherent biases the women faces in the society. Okay, so which really affects the social well-being, because there are a lot of biases which are inherent. These biases are shortcuts. You know what is heuristics? Okay, what is heuristics? You know why for heuristics Vadivel's photo is there? You know Vadivel? In Tamil Nadu, if you don't know Vadivel, then you should not enter the state. How many are outside Tamil Nadu here? Okay. So, all of you know this comedian? Okay, this comedian, what is known for is, he just see the face. Okay, why I'm putting this photo for heuristics is mental shortcut. Okay, in life, everything you cannot analyze. For example, I'm coming from GVN Cancer Institute to NIT. Okay, I'm driving my car. Okay, most of the time, it is subconscious. Okay, because my mind is in autopilot mode. Okay, because I've been driving for past 30 years. Okay, so I'm well trained. So unless suddenly somebody comes, I will be thinking about some patient, I will be driving. That's how most of us. These are shortcuts which we are trained. These are called mental shortcuts. I can see his face and I will have some opinion. Okay, he is a studious boy. He is sitting in third row. Last row means, see, he is watching his mobile. He is not interested. Okay, so these are the biases which we inherently we have. These are why I put this. He is the first fellow who said to this world, if you are fat, what will he tell? Okay, next slide. Okay, so if you are fat, you are truthful. If you are dark, you tell lies. So these are jokes. Probably you are all from different states. You are not able to understand. So mental shortcuts are there. These are called heuristics. These heuristics are against, next slide. So these heuristics are inherent enough. These biases are against women rights. Okay. So why I am bringing this topic is women's health is always in the lower down in the priority list in our family. Okay. It's very important today. You need to go back to your house and just check it out, the health status of your woman, whether it's a grandmother or it's a mother. Just check it out and make sure that they have all the checkup done, and if they have any particular physical problem, it should be done. Okay, so as I said, there are 4 things I said: mind health, exercise, diet, last is sleep. These are the 4 important medicines that is going to help you in your whole life. Just remember, in next 30-40 years, I don't think anybody is going to speak to you regarding this. Most important thing is emotional health. When I recruit anybody in our team, I don't see their degrees. Okay, I've been in this field for the past 30 years. I've been heading the department for 10 years. When I do the recruitment, one thing I really see is how good he is as a team player. Okay, although I do select by the degrees, I do see whether he has achieved anything, how many extracurricular activities he has done. But what really important is, in any particular setup, how good he is as a team player, how is his emotional health. This is called emotional intelligence. Most of the hospitals, most of the colleges, most of the schools, they teach only what do you teach? What do you get in your college now? IQ. What is it called? Cognitive intelligence. Okay, this is called cognitive intelligence. What is being taught in the school, what is being taught in the classrooms is mostly it's a cognitive intelligence. But we all know once you leave this, okay, the last bencher will be more successful in their life. You will understand. Even I have understood. The toppers are not always the toppers in life. Okay, there are a lot of other factors are there, lot of other dynamics are there, which dictates a success of a person. First, what is success? Itself, I always question, what is success? What do you think is a success? If you are unhappy, if you are not happy, are you not successful? It is a state of mind. Okay. whether it's a happiness. Happiness is an emotion. Okay, so that is the topic. What is happiness? Okay, it's an emotion. It's one type. Whether being happy only is successful. If somebody is not, for a saint who doesn't have any emotions, he is calm, no anger, no happiness, is he unsuccessful? So what is the difference of success? It's a very, very relative. Okay, it's a very, very relative. Okay, so most important thing is mind health. Why I am trying to tell is this next slide. Emotional intelligence is not taught. It's something you gain from your friends. It's something you gain from your social interactions. Okay, something you gain from now interacting with me. I am interacting with you. See, when I put Vadivelu in any crowd, if I put Vadivelu, there will be smile. When I saw all of you, I know all of you are outside Tamil Nadu. First thing, because it is not, that picture is not able to connect you. If anybody, if I played the video, it would have brought smiles because they will be. So how you connect to the audience, how you connect to the society, how you connect to your friends, this is the emotional intelligence. This doesn't come in the schools and colleges, it comes outside the classrooms. But remember, this is one aspect it's going to dictate. Once you step outside the college, it is one aspect it is going to dictate how you are going to be in the society and how the society is going to see you. Both your interaction with the society and the society's interaction with you, both will be, I think I'll just give it, is there a name, emergency? So in emotional, if you think, there are two kinds of thought processes there. They're called, when you think, there is the two things called emotional thought process. One is rational thought process. Okay. What is emotional thought process? Your anger, your joy, happiness, as he said, all these things are emotions. They are from the lower part of the brain. Okay. They are very, very low, primitive brain. Okay. If you see, anybody have a dog in your house? Dog. Okay. Anybody? You have a dog in your house. So, I have a dog. It's a Shih Tzu. I've been with him for the past 3 years. Okay. Very close to me. Okay. Food, the sleep, you'll be with me only. Okay. But the moment his food is there, he is eating, I will never go near. Okay. I will never go. The moment I go near the food, as if I'm going to take his food, he will come and bite me. Okay. He doesn't think that I've been caring for him for the past 2 years. Okay, I'm taking care of him. Okay, so he never think. The moment I go, as if that food nobody can eat. That's a different dog food it is. But he will come and bite me. That is emotion, because emotion is very, very reflexive. Okay, the anger, happiness, joy, all these things are primitive part. It has evolved over years. It is not only for humans, it is for animals, it's for every living organism that has come in the world. Okay, these emotions. But the rational thought process, okay, rational process is a thinking process that comes from the higher brain, that is called cortex. Okay, this rational thought process only will dictate. You go and bite him, your master will hit you. Okay, don't touch him, don't bite him, that is rational. Okay, you drive a car. Okay, you drive a car. You with your friend, you want to run your car. Your good friend is there. You will be going. Somebody coming and hitting the car. Some bike fellow coming in the wrong route, coming and hitting your car. What will be the thought process of your friend? Poor thought process. I can classify as poor thought process my friend can have. One of the friend doesn't listen. I know one friend. Straight go hit him. First, he won't even think that fellow is a politician or nothing comes. That is the lowest level of thought process. Okay, after that only all of these things he will know. Whether he is a policeman, whether he is a politician, so that is second thought. He knows he cannot hit. He will go and shout, but he will come back and sit. Third thought process I know is he doesn't get out of the car. Inside the car only, he will be telling, what this fellow is coming in wrong road, what to do. He will. Fourth is ultimate. A few friends are like that. Probably he is having some emergency, he is having some problem. So that's why he is coming the wrong road. Okay, he will go down and see whether are you okay? Is it fine for you? So that is the fourth kind of person. So how these thought processes are evolving? All four persons are there. One is getting angry, emotionally, he is sitting. Another fellow is going and asking, are you okay? You are fine. is there when you should we take you to the hospital? So these are emotional clauses that develops in our during our growth. Okay, during in your college times. This is called emotional intelligence. Okay, so this needs that rational thought process you need to develop. The emotional thought process of anger, joy, all these things are already there in your body. It's inbuilt, but the rational thought process you need to develop. Next slide, please. Next. So as I said, these are the various emotions which you need to handle. Joy, happiness, fear, anxiety, depression. All of you need to handle. Okay, during your life, you need to be good in handling. If you are not able to handle these emotions, then definitely your health is going to get hit. Next slide. So among the two emotions, one is the happiness, as he said, which you later realize happiness is not what we are working for. Yes, all of us to start with, we want happiness because it gives the positive emotions. Okay, but one point of time you don't want that also. You don't want positive emotions. You don't want negative emotions. And among the two emotions, happiness and anger is the one which drives us. Which, as he said, during early days, you want that happiness. Okay, your friend. Okay, if a friend give you a certain things or anything even you don't like, but it makes happy, you try to go for that. Okay, I don't want to tell what that is. Okay, and the next is the anger. Okay, so this is my favorite slide, which I keep even in my book, Leadership Within Us, which the book I wrote. It's available in all platforms. This is my favorite quote. Okay, anybody can become angry. That is easy. But to be angry with the right person, to the right degree, at the right time, and for the right purpose, in the right way, that is not within everybody's power and is not easy. Okay. It's not my quote. It's not my quote. I'm just, in fact, it's my favorite. Okay. Any guesses who has written this? Huh? Just go back. Vivekananda, somebody, go back. Huh? Pardon? Gautam Buddha. Okay. I think Gautam Buddha, I think you need to come front. Aristotle. Okay. This quote is given by Aristotle. But I read this line again and again and again. What he's trying to tell? What Aristotle is trying to tell? What is he trying to tell? Any guesses? Anger? Anger at every place is not good. Okay, fine. Anything else? Any other thought process? What after reading so many times, I had one thought. Whether I just see whether anybody is having the similar thought. Any minds? Anybody is in line with me?
Maybe it's like the fourth person from the car. You should not be like the first person to work it or like the third person inside the car and doesn't work. Maybe the second person like going there and not hitting and not just simply sitting, but go there and analyze and then start. If it's really their fault, then okay.
Okay. So my thought process was, we're just telling don't get angry. It's difficult. You cannot follow all these steps. It's very difficult because it's an emotion. I personally feel the moment you take some time and think, okay, the anger subsides by itself. Okay, so what he is trying to tell is very difficult to satisfy all the dimensions he's telling and then getting angry. The moment you think that all these are fulfilled when you get angry, you won't be angry. I think what he's trying to tell, anger is the last emotions to be used. Okay, it's not that. Planned anger is one thing, right? Where I try to mimic that I'm angry at some of my staffs because that is the last resort I use. But still, anger affects more the person who is having than the person on whom it was used. That's what I feel. Okay, it affects more the person who is using it than the person on whom it is being used. This is my 30 years of experience. I've been a very angry person during my undergraduate times, but slowly I realized that it's not a good tool to be used. Next slide, please. Next is the happiness. So our friend said happiness. Okay. So what is happiness? This is another thing which I again think. What is happiness? Should we go for happiness? What is happiness? What is happiness? It's an emotion. Good. Excellent. That's excellent. It's a chemical. Excellent. That's the idea. It's just a chemical. Okay, you are unhappy, you can give some tablets. Okay, what do you give for depression? Depression, basically, that's what you are using. Okay, serotonin and dopamine is less secreted. You give the antidepressants. You increase the hormones in the dopamine, happy hormones in your body. Okay, this is the exact thing what you get when you do exercise. When you really do a exercise, or when you really hit a goal. Okay, when you're playing football passionately and you hit a goal, what really happens is not that you are happy. It's just the hormone that is secreting you are happy. Okay, so you can even mimic chemically. Okay, can I give some tablets daily so that you can become happy? Then can happiness become a goal for you? Daily some tablets. Okay. What is the tablet? Why we are not taking it? If I want to be, my goal is to be happy. I have a tablet which can make you happy, which can secrete hormones. Would you like to use that? Huh? Why? Why? Exactly. The body will get adapted. First time you do 5 milligrams, next time you need to do 10 milligrams, next time you should increase the dose. Okay, and as you go increase the dose, what happens? Addiction, side effects will start. The only drug that doesn't have side effects but only a positive effect is? No, what is a drug? Okay, that is called somabodam. Okay, that is only there in the literature. Okay, if you see the literature, it's there, but there is no other artificial way to increase the happiness, and most of the happiness is there will be tolerance developed, and you need to increase the dose, and there is a lot of side effects. So, happiness to me, next slide please. Happiness to me is directly proportional to the attachment what you have. Okay, and inversely proportional to the expectation you have. For example, you have Audi car. Okay, your father has given you Audi car. Your father has given you old motorbike. Okay, which you used during his times. Somebody comes and hit the Audi car. Okay, your anger will be more. Okay, same the old motorbike your father has given, which you also crashed multiple times. The same fellow comes in the wrong route, hit that bike. Okay, wrong route he has come. Will you be angry? No. So what does it infer? It's not the fellow is triggering the emotions. It's the attachment what you are having. Okay, so your happiness is directly proportional to the attachment. Okay, you want the Audi car for a long time, your father gives, you are happy. Okay, so how much attachment, how much longing, your father has delayed it for 10 years, 20 years, he didn't give, finally he gives, more the happiness. The next is the expectations. Okay, so you ask for a Audi car, your father gives a Maruti 800. Will you be happy? You want a Audi car, your father gives a 800. Will you be happy? You want a motorbike, father gives a Maruti 800. Will you be happy? Correct. So these are two things. So these are the dynamics. Happiness is directly proportional to the attachment and inversely proportional to the expectation. So what I want and what I get. If I want is more and what I get is less, you will be unhappy. And second thing is, every time if your father is giving you Maruti 800 only, this year birthday he gave 800, next birthday also he gave 800, will you be happy? First year you are so super excited, your father has given a car. Next year also same 800 he gives, will you be? Next year you should step up. From Maruti 800 you should go to a Zen probably. From Zen he should, so every year to make you happy, he should step up. So these are the various dynamics in this particular emotion. Next slide please. So this is about the mind health. So mind health is very, very important. Two emotions I spoke. It is how you react with your friends. Okay, among three important aspects in the emotions is, first is you should know how you are. How your mind is, you should know. First point number one. Okay. Next important is how is the mind working with your friends or in nearby circle. First you know your emotions. You know the emotions of your friends. Third most important thing is, can you manage your emotions? when it is problematic. This is the three important things. This is about the emotional. The next important aspect is first mental health I spoke, then comes the physical health. Mental health I have given so much importance because I found ultimately it's the brain. As a doctor, although I have been trying to treat the body again and again during my MBBS, during my MD, during my DM, I am trying to treat the body. But ultimately what I realized is, what really makes a big difference is the mind. And most important thing is, developing the mind doesn't come in 1 day or 2 days, it takes years. And it just not depends on you, it depends on the people around you, how you interact, how they interact with you, how you take it, all these things. That's why I spend so much time in the mind health. The next health is the physical health. As I said, today you lose your friends, your relatives, your close ones only because of 4 diseases. Very sure. Okay. One is the heart attack. Second is cancer. Next is the metabolic syndrome. You know what is metabolic syndrome? Metabolic syndrome is diabetes, obesity, okay, renal problems, anything that is related to the body metabolism. That is called metabolic syndromes. And last is Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is it's very, very common, but we don't see it as a problem. You know what is Alzheimer's? What is it? Memory loss. Okay, the problem here is, in India, we don't speak much about it. But if you see your grandmother, your grandfather, will have Alzheimer's. But memory loss, we don't think as a disease because they just lie there in the room. Okay, they won't remember. They don't affect you. Your food is given to them. You think that you are taking care of them. But it's the biggest problem for them because they don't have any memory of themselves and their relatives. So last is the Alzheimer's. Okay, and as I said, the 4 things that is very important is exercise, diet, sleep, and mind. Next slide. So, starting with the exercise, why this photo? What is this photo? Why is this photo actually? Any guesses? Physical health, something for exercise. I am putting this photo to you. What does it mean to you all? Yes. Pardon? Huh? Panicking. Okay. Okay, ultimately, okay. Pardon?
He's studying fast because the
Diet is behind. Okay. Anybody else? Pardon? Diminishing? Diminishing health. Back row. Last. I don't think he is connected to us, but still I'm asking a question so that I'm trying to bring back to the conversation. Okay, last row, anybody can tell what this photo is? Okay, so what I'm trying to tell is, our body is not designed for the sports suit and tie. Okay, only 2 things. Our body is not designed for the sports suit and tie. Our body is designed to run. Okay, because those days only 2 things happen. Either you will be hunting or something will be hunting you. Only 2 things. Those days, our body is designed like that. Either some animal will be chasing you, or you will be chasing some animal for food and shelter. Okay. So this is what our body is designed. But today, what happened? With all coat, suit and tie, we sit in AC room, we sit in a chair in front of the computer, and food is supplied to us abundantly. Okay, you just order Subadu. Now it's even, you don't need to even walk. That's amazing for the person who said the Zomato and Swiggy are excellent fellow. No need to even walk. You just sit there, somebody come and deliver you the food. Okay, you can just continue the work. So the body design is different, but what we are doing is different. Okay, what we did, all the animals which have been chasing us are in the zoo. We have put in the cage. If possible, we even try to eat them. Okay, so the design of our body is not for what it is in the present condition. Next slide, please. This is what I was trying. What does it? Again, similar context. What is happening? What's happening? Panda, polar bear, parent child. What's happening? Hibernating. Okay, okay. You just hibernating. Why do they hibernate? To decrease the metabolism. So again, our body design is like that. Our body design is why I am trying to say important concepts I am trying to tell you. It is because these animals doesn't know when it will get the food. Okay, during the winter times, during snowing and winter times, they just go to hibernate because they don't have food. They need to bring down their metabolism and they need to survive for months together without food. That is the goal of hibernation. So remember, our body design is like that. So how the body was designed is, you get food very rarely. When you get the food, you eat abundantly. The body, what it will do is, it will go and store all the food, carbohydrates, glucose, fructose, sucrose, everything in different parts of the body. Okay, it will store in the abdomen, it will store in the liver, it will store. So when you don't get the food, okay, when you are starving, slowly this food will be released. This is how the whole design of our body is. Okay, so but what happened now is, it's exactly opposite has happened. Now, the food is very abundant, you don't run, everything comes to your table, okay, and we invent Zomato, Swiggy, amazing. I always think that app, whenever I see the app, I have a smile in our body. I just smile. How can somebody think like that? He's connecting, no need to even go to hotel. Okay, you just sit in a room, watch, do a video game, get a burger, get a Pepsi, get a fry, and you can just continue the video game. That's how it is. Okay, so it has provided jobs to somebody in the intermediate also. But the problem is, the body design is, whatever you eat, it gets stored. Okay, so it's our duty to burn it. You don't burn it, it goes and gets accumulated in different parts of your body. Okay, this is what metabolic syndrome is. Why I am bringing this topic here is, the metabolic syndrome is, when you don't do work, when you don't burn the calories, all the food that you eat gets in the abdomen, next it goes to the liver, next it goes to the heart, next it goes to the brain. Very simple logic I am telling. The one that goes to all these places blocks the vessels. That's why you get the heart attack and you get the stroke and all these problems. Why you get stroke? A very simple way of telling is, whatever you eat, when you eat excessively, it goes and stored in different parts of the body. When it goes and it clogs the blood vessels, then it blocks it. Then you get heart attack, stroke, and cardiac problems. Okay, so simple is, you need to eat less. So among all the diet, one diet that really strikes me is paleo diet, keto diet. One is calorie restricted diet. I think somebody said that. Okay, calorie restricted diet. Okay, so that is the diet, because you will, unless you have some problem in your body, you will not die of starvation. You will not die of hypoglycemia. Our body has enough glucose stored in various parts of your body, so that it gets released, you will never die. So among all the paleo diet, keto diet, next slide. Among all the diets, one diet that really tells me is the calorie restriction diet, and have a good exercise. And again, if you talk exercise, is exercise, all kinds of exercise is good? Simple. If you think exercise, all persons who do exercise, they are going to live long. Does all the athletes live long? Why did Shane Warne die of heart attack at the age of 55? I don't think he's a fit person. He has been playing cricket. None of us can even play one full day in hot sun. Okay. Why Muralidharan recently, you would have seen the interview. He has 4 stents. He had a heart attack. 4 stents he had, Muralidharan. He was giving an interview. Why do athletes get all these metabolic problems? Because most important thing is, it's not one exercise. Exercise need to be split into 3 types. One is aerobic exercise. Aerobic is for the heart and the lungs. Okay. What is most important is, when you do the aerobic exercise, when you run, your heart and lung are trained to such a way that it supplies oxygen to every corner of the body. Okay, that is called Vmax we tell. Okay, what is the maximum oxygen that is delivered to the body? Okay, so what happens is, age, why 35, 40 years you get cancer, you get cardiac problems, because At some point of time, if your heart or lung cannot deliver that required oxygen to the body or particular organ, then the problem starts. For example, heart. Okay, if you are running, you are climbing, why do people die when they are climbing the mountain? Why do people die when they are climbing the mountain? Pardon? Oxygen drops, requirement increases. When your requirement increases, supply is low, you get heart attack. Okay, some point even at rest they get. Okay, even at rest they get heart attack. Why do they get? Because their capacity is so low. Their supply is so low, their heart and lung and oxygen carrying capacity is so low that even at rest, it is not able to supply. Okay, so in aerobic exercise, you train the heart and lung so that it supplies enough oxygen to every part of the body. And when you do consistently over years, okay, you increase your oxygen carrying capacity and delays this process for years. Okay, that is aerobic exercise. Next is heavy exercise. Okay, what is heavy exercise? Weightless. You lift the weight, increase the muscle mass. Okay, so what is important is when you increase the muscle mass, okay, when the muscle mass is increased, it helps you when you are down, when you are admitted, when you are having some problems. Okay, first thing what happens is the wasting. Muscle wasting is the first thing that happens. So when your muscle mass is good, you will be able to come out of the crisis. That's why when you are aged person, when your grandfather or grandmother goes into a hospital, goes into the ICU, they don't come back. The same way when you are young person, 40 years, 45, they go into the ICU, they come back. They come out of the ICU because of the muscle mass. Any person has a good muscle mass, but elderly person, they don't have a muscle mass. So you need, the next most important is aerobic exercise, then you need to have some weights, and last is the flexibility. All these three exercises are important. For example, when you are playing tennis, what first thing you do? You play a shuttle or tennis, what is the first thing that you are asked to do? Warm up. Why do you do that warm up? How does it prevent the injury? Because when you do the warm up, you concentrate on joints. Okay, the joints has ligaments and meniscus. Okay, so you need to strengthen that. Okay, if you don't strengthen that, then you will be unstable. For example, you will be walking, you will be playing shuttle, somebody will be falling. When you are tennis, they will be unstable, they will be falling. Elderlies, when they are climbing the stair, they will be falling. Okay, why? Because they are not stable. Because the joint stability is not good. If you start early, you can increase the joint stability. So why all exercise, only one dimensional exercise you don't have. The exercise should be all three. Probably you should do 4 days of aerobic exercise, one heavy and one flexibility exercise should be one. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. And the next is sleep. Okay, as I said, the sleep quantity is important. 7 hours sleep. Long term, you don't sleep, sleep deprivation is there. It affects the health. It's known phenomenon. There are enough studies to tell that you don't sleep for long. You sleep for 4 hours, 5 hours. After 10 years, you will have metabolic problems. So, a good quality sleep, good quantity sleep, which means 7 hours of sleep, and along with the sun, not in the daytime, nighttime sleep. Proper sleep is very important. Next slide. Next slide. So, what is the problem? Why can't we do all these things consistent? Okay. Why can't we do, let's say, how many of you are doing exercise regularly here? So what do you mean by regular exercises? You should exercise at least 5 to 6 days, 1 hour per day, a week. Okay. So how many of you are doing 1 hour a day, 6 days a week, continuously for 5 years you should be doing? How many of you are doing? 1 is here, 2 years, excellent. Okay. So even I also can. Last 5 years I am doing. Before that I was not doing. 5 years, yes, I'm doing a regular exercise. I've been doing. So what is the problem in this is, okay, exercise doesn't give instant gratification. What do you mean by instant gratification? Okay, instant gratification. What do you book a Facebook? You put a photo. Okay, one like, one love symbol comes, one heart symbol comes. Immediately you feel gratified, right? You feel happy. Okay, you play a football video game, you put a goal, video game. Immediately you feel. But for if you real football you want to put a goal, how tough it is. You need to train a lot. You need to make sure that your opponents are weak. And finally, if you put a goal, okay, hardly it will take years. But if you take a video game, okay, immediately because which one you will prefer? Play real football or play video game? Huh? But if you are playing the video game, okay, what happens is continuously you are playing video game, you will start preferring. That's how people get addicted to the video game. Okay, that is called instant gratification. That is a psychological phenomena people are using. That's why video game is getting a big hit because it gives instant gratification. The moment you play, you get the benefit. So that instant gratification is what is not there. And the next is the period of latency to see real benefit. You want to really see the benefit of this exercise, diet, sleep. You need to wait for 5-6 years. You know, how many of you have played music? Music. How many of you tried music on guitar? Something you want to learn music. How many of you tried? Okay. So among all, only one is a true musician. Like how many of you are tell that you can like in this stage I want to you kindly come and play your instrument. How many of you can come and do that? So all of us have tried. Only few are able to do. Okay. Why that is happening? Why most of you have left that? Why do you think? Because it takes long time to really play one twinkle twinkle. Okay, one piano if you go and ask. Initially I tried multiple times. I tried guitar. Initially when I saw that movie, Harry Jairaj movie, that so I thought okay fine I will take that guitar and went to the class. First 6 months that string exercise, again fingering exercise, and to really make some really promising music it takes at least 2 years. Okay, so to become a musician like A.R. Rahman, how much hours of practice will be required? I guess to become a Harry Jairaj, how much hours of practice will be required? Just guess. 6 hours a day. How many hours total? Total 10,000 hours to really be a master. It takes 10,000 hours of practice to become a master. To become an amateur, simple. In this stage, if I want to ask you, come play, you are a musician, come and play, you should have practiced 2,000 hours. Okay, so this is why most of us would have dropped around 500 hours, we would have dropped, most of us. Around 5, that's what that is. After a lot of research, what they found is, these instruments, these sports, all these things, around 500 hours, we don't see the benefit, we lose. So this is the major problem. You don't see the instant benefit. That is why we don't practice most of the healthy habits. Next slide. So next slide. So these are the various things. So 4 things for you to avoid, 4 things for you to follow. Okay. 4 things to avoid is, one is smoking. Definitely, I'm telling you, in any way it comes. It comes as a friend, it comes as a relative, it comes as a close one. Okay, never. Okay, because it's known. And it's very, that's how they are doing that. Okay, it's very difficult. But remember, there is a huge problem with alcohol because the moment you touch alcohol, you lose the inhibition. That is how networking happens, right? How do you network? If today I am him sitting in a table, we won't speak because he's a MIT graduate, probably he'll be engineer, I'm a medicine. I don't think I can speak for him within for 15-20 minutes. Okay. Because I'm supposed to be here, he's supposed to be there, we both are here. Okay, if I'm sitting here, we both will walk. But alcohol will make sure that all this inhibition goes. That's how the alcohol is designed. Okay, you lose the inhibition. So network. But what happens along with the alcohol, lot of other harmful things comes. Okay, first things, you don't know what you are eating. Okay, you will eat a lot of junk. That is first thing. Long run, it affects. Most of the times, even if you are non-smoker, when you are alcohol, that inhibition goes, you will try to smoke that time. Okay, so all the inhibition will be lost. Long run, it is proven that even a small quantity have a largest hit in our health. There is no study that tells it benefit. Although the alcohol companies are trying to promote that small amount is healthier, Nothing. In my 30 years of all the research, I have been through all your phases. Okay, Stanley Medical College, MBBS, 94 back. I've seen everything. Okay, now at this stage, I'm telling no way. I've seen most of my friends have been into it and they are not able to come out. Okay, nowhere smoking or alcohol. Try to get out of that. The next most important thing is balanced diet. Then last is a good sleep. Okay. Next slide, please. So next slide. Next slide. So make the changes. What I would like to tell, I've given certain facts to you for you to think. Okay. Whatever I said is needs to be personalized. You need to adapt. Probably if anything, any concepts I said is interesting, you need to go and research. Okay. What I found is next slide. You keep this. What I found is whatever changes you do, you need to do in a very slow and steady process. For example, you are jogging for half an hour. Next day you try for 40 minutes. Next day you try for 1 hour. Next 1 hour. Next marathon you try to run. Okay. Slow, steady process over years really benefits. This is a beautiful. How many previous slide? Atomic habits. How many of you have it? Okay. This is the best graph. Actually, 1% better day at the end of the year, 37% improvement. Okay. I'm like Aristotle quote. This graph really is something very close. Okay. So I used to tell to everybody. All the talk I used to show them. I said the same thing to my daughter. Okay. See, this book, superb. See, every day 1% improvement in your life after. Most of the father will try to enforce the daughter. Like, so I said this to my daughter. Then she said, Tamil, everybody will know, na? Right? You can understand, I will tell translators. Appa, இதுதான் உங்க அப்பா உங்களுக்கு சொன்னாரு. நீங்க எனக்கு சொல்றீங்க. எல்லார அப்பாவும் அவங்க குழந்தைக்கு இதான்ப்பா சொல்றாங்க. So when did I tell this atomic habits to her, I was thinking. அப்பா கொஞ்சமா படி. கடைசி எக்ஸாம் வரைக்கும் எல்லாத்தையும் வைக்காத. எக்ஸாம் வைக்காம கொஞ்சம் டெய்லி கொஞ்சமா படிச்சா கடைசியில நல்லா பண்ணலாம். இதுதானப்பா எல்லாமே சொன்னா அதுதான்ப்பா சொல்லியிருக்காரு அப்படின்னு. It means that my daughter said that this is what every father is telling to a daughter. It's not something new in atomic habits he has given. Every father is telling, don't read in the end. Read daily, small chapters. In the end, huge benefit will be there. Same thing in atomic habits. So what I try to tell is, subtle way you make some changes in your life. Small changes every day. Okay, in your lifestyle. Not about in your college, a lot of things will be taught. But in your lifestyle, regarding your mind, your health, your diet, small changes you try to do. Okay, long run, you will see the benefit. Next slide, please. So this is what I was asked to speak. I was speaking to Nilesh. I said if I speak more about cancer, people will run. Already I was surprised, only 3 left. Okay, so I was telling if I speak only about cancer, most of them will run. But since it's a cancer awareness talk, I would like to touch upon some 5 or 6 and then address most of the question interaction program. What is cancer? Okay, cancer is nothing like, it's nothing different from our body. It's our own cells. Okay, our own cells. What happens is it have some genetic changes happens in the DNA. Okay, every cell that is there in our body should die. Okay, whether it's a hair, a nail, everything should die some point of. That's how it's clocked. There is a clock there in the body. Okay, every cell has a clock. That is DNA. Okay, that the cell should die. That is set in that when you are born. That is already set. Okay, but when the cell doesn't die, when the cell is not dying, on contrary, the cell is increasing, proliferating, increasing. Okay, that's what cancer is. So the next question, why does it happen? Okay, for example, you would have said you would have got acne. A scar will be in the face. Hardly it will be for 3 months or 6 months. After that, what happens? New cells comes, the old cells dies. Then your face gets clear because the cell has a propensity to regenerate. Okay, but continuously it's growing. Then it becomes a cancer. Why that is happen? Why that happens exactly? Why that suddenly something happens to the cell? It's because some damage that happens to the cell that alters the gene that is called DNA. That is what is called. So what is the damage that is causing? That is lifestyle. Okay, Today in science, I am not able to tell this is the particular thing that is causing damage to that gene. I cannot tell. I can tell smoking, alcohol, yes. But exactly I cannot tell if the most 90% of the cancer patient ask is, I don't smoke, I don't consume alcohol, I am a good person, why do I get cancer? Okay, this is the commonest question my patient has. I don't have an answer. But we all know there is something there, okay, which is hitting the gene, which is causing the alteration, which is causing a biological alteration to the clock and setting the clock such a way that it lives long, it divides long, then it turns into the cancer. Okay, so basically cancer is the abnormal proliferation of our own cell. That is the definition. Signs of cancer. What is the signs of cancer? Cancer is a disease of old. Okay, that's why I feel, and this is not the crowd where I should speak 1 hour of cancer. Okay, this is the crowd I should speak more of lifestyle. What I perceived as health, what mistakes I did. So cancer is generally, it's a disease of old, but doesn't mean that it doesn't come in very, very rarely. Almost 5 to 10% can have cancer at a younger age also. Okay, so commonest cancer, males, prostate and lung, women, breast and cervix is the commonest cancer. So we have excellent tool. As I said, there are two ways. You can prevent the ball to roll. The ball should not roll at all. Second thing is, you can set the ball rolling slowly. Not roll at all is the first half an hour I took. Okay, diet, health, this is the most important thing. Which at this age, most of you won't even think. Okay, most of you won't think. You just, your friend gives something, we take. Okay, we want to show the loyalty of our friend. We never see what he is giving. That's what friendship. That's correct. That's the friendship. Even whatever he gives, you need to take. But remember, you are causing harm to yourself and to him also. Ideally, you should stop him also to take that. Okay. So cancer is a disease of old. It rarely comes in the younger age. And a good screening tool which can identify cancer early. Okay. Most important thing is, it's very easy to cure cancer when it's detected early. As during the initial time, they were telling your own staff, you lost her to breast cancer. I'm sorry about it. But unfortunately, she was detected at a later stage. If you detect cancer early, that is in first stage, you can cure cancer nearly 90 to 100% of the time. Later stage is very difficult to cure. Only 50% of the time you can cure. So to detect cancer early, there are good screening tools. Anybody after 40 years, they should get a mammogram, that is breast cancer screening to be done. Okay, anybody who is smoking should quit smoking. Try to avoid alcohol. These are various ways you can avoid cancer. And cancer can be treated, breast cancer can be treated without removing the breast. Okay, no need for breast cancer means they should remove the breast. No, not required. Without removing the breast, we can treat. There are various types of treatment. Radiotherapy, chemotherapy and surgery are the most important. Most important message I want to give is, cancer is curable. Point number one. If somebody in and around you have cancer, remember, they need free support. Okay, they need free support from you. Anybody in and around. First is, they need mental health, mental support. That is, emotional support is the most important. They are in a different mindset. Okay, when I as a doctor, as an oncologist, treating 1,000 patients is different. When the cancer was there in my family, when my close one was suffering, it is totally different body. Okay, so emotional health of the caretaker and the patient is very important. Then next is the physical support. There will be fatigue, chemotherapy will be there, different problems will be there. They will be on treatment. So getting them to the hospital, getting them to the treatment centers, all the physical support will be there. Last is financial support, because it's a long-run treatment. They require a lot of financial assistance also. Next slide, please. So this is the last slide. So I think you should be thanking me. I think less than an hour I finish. 4 things to follow: exercise, balanced diet, mind health, sleep, good sleep. 4 things you should follow. 4 things you should not. You should eliminate alcohol, tobacco, obesity, junk food. A simple checkup for all your family members the moment they cross 30 years is have the blood glucose level done, have the lipid profile, mammogram, pap smear, if they are smoking, CT lung, and PSH test for prostate cancer. Next slide. So I think this is the last slide. Thank you. And any questions? Probably I would like to address. Anything you want to ask me? Yes. You can sit first.
A person is having cancer, how much time will it take the cancer to go from stage 1 to 5 stage?
So cancer, there are different types of cancers are there. Okay, but on the whole, you can classify cancer as rapidly growing, and indolent. These are three ways you can classify. Rapidly growing is you don't do anything, within a day or 2 days you lose the patient. That is called leukemias. Okay, blood cancer is one thing that goes very, very rapidly. So the moment the patient is having leukemia, blood cancer, you need to get admitted. Okay, next is growing. Some lymphomas, some cancer associated lymphomas, you can wait for months. Okay, it doesn't grow so rapidly. Cancers like breast cancer, okay, it is very slowly growing. That is why you can screen them and catch them in between. It takes 1 centimeter tumor to become 2 centimeter, it takes 1 year. Okay, it takes 1 year for 1 centimeter tumor to become 2 centimeter. So it's slowly growing. That's why you screen them every year. That's why you give 1 year time for them. Because even during that year, cancer develops, you pick up. For example, in the middle it has come. 2023 you get screened, mammogram. You have your mother screened. 2024 again your mother is screened. Cancer has developed in the middle. Still you can pick them early. So that's why screening tools are available in many of the slow growing tumors. Rapidly growing tumors, you don't have an option. When they become symptomatic, they come by the time it's advanced.
Age 40 years, so every year they should have mammograph cancer.
Yeah, actually 1 to 2 years is the time they tell. Okay, but we generally advise every year till the age of 70 years. Get the mammogram done.
Like you said about that sleep, we should get at least 7 hours. Studies have shown that, but like most importantly, the CEOs, the ones who will look up to, they said that we have to work like 70 hours per week, 80 hours per week, and the politicians are also working day and night. It has shown, but all the people who are at that apex level, they have been doing this. So like the competitiveness is increasing day by day. So that what can we do about it?
Very good. So he asked us, see, you are forced to work for 70 years. I think he's quoting Narayanamurthy Infosys, 70 hours a day. See, all of us work. I work more than that also. Okay. There was a day where I used to start at 6 o'clock. I used to come at 12 o'clock. I work like that. Okay. Personally, I know what are the problems it had. Okay. First thing is my own personal experience. You can reach the professional heights very fast. Okay. Or you can reach the same height slowly also. Okay. You are competing with yourself. You are not competing with anybody else. Once you leave NIT, you need to set your own goals. You should not compete with anybody. Okay. All of us will reach that height. When you are reaching the height may be different. It may be at 20 years, 30 years. Remember, when you reach the height, you will fall. That's why men is unhappy at 50, 60 years because they are falling. Okay. So when you will reach the height, you work 70 hours, you reach the height very fast. You work 40 hours, you will reach the height slightly later time. Okay. I always tell my patients, my friends, always try to run a marathon. Don't try to run a sprint. Okay. It's something same. Okay. Sprint and marathon both, you lose that energy. Okay. You lose the calories. But sprint you will run for only short time. Marathon you can keep running for longer time. Think of running longer time. Okay. It's proven that you don't sleep, you work, your life is shortened. All the metabolic syndromes are related to the poor sleep quality and quantity. Okay. No point in working for 70 hours. Depriving your sleep, achieving your goals and dying early. Okay, no point. Okay, again, there is what you really want. You should really some point of time in your career, you should really think whether it's the money, whether it's the happiness, whether it's a professional success, whether it's the community work, okay, whether it's a service, whether it's the innovations, whether it's the research. Some point of time, you should really think what you really want. Okay, so what if at all there is an alignment that you are working? Okay, what this is apart, like this is something what I think is right, but I'm not sure it's proven. Okay, if you think that what you really love and your profession is the same, many times even if you work long, you will be able to go on for a longer time. When it's forced on you to work long, or you are doing or competing with somebody and you're doing that, then it becomes very, very difficult. For example, if you're passionate about something and your profession becomes a passion and you work for long and it gives that joy, then you will be able to run long even for working for a longer time. Otherwise, you should have a clear difference between your professional life, your personal life and your family life. When your passion becomes a profession, your personal life and professional life merges. Then you try to spend more time but still you'll be happy. This is my own personal statement. I don't think it's backed up by any science.
From my own family, I'm breast cancer. So during like his aunt's family, it was kind of a big fight that whether she should go chemotherapy or not. So all the other relatives were saying that she should go chemotherapy because it will help her fighting cancer. She was that breast cancer. But her husband was like, I can't see her go through all that pain. So when someone is in this dilemma, what will you recommend to them?
Okay. So, I feel, I'm not sure about all the circumstances, what you are doing. Many times I feel women's health is decided by others. Okay, by the husband, by the family around. Okay. But when it comes to men's health, he is able to decide. I think here what she wants and what is his, her discussion with her oncologist. That is the most important thing. Many of the times I feel husband coming and telling that, don't tell this diagnosis to her. Don't tell this that she's having stage. Okay, they try to hide. Okay, they don't tell. But when it comes to men, they come and try to discuss. They know all the information. But many of the time, women, the information is censored. So what I personally will tell you is, don't censor any information to her. Okay, give all the information to her. Give the rights for her to decide. Our role is to give the information. I always tell my patients also. My role is to give the information. I will tell the side effects. I will tell the benefits. Okay, I will tell the cure chance. Okay, but giving the information is my role. Decision is the patient's decision. And you help them to take the decision. You never decide. As a doctor, I should not decide. As a husband, he should not decide. The decision should be hers. But all others should help her to take a decision. Anything else? Yeah, you have something? Okay. Thank you all. Had a wonderful interaction. Thank you.
Just wait. Tell your Moses to wait.
MOC, wait. Hey, wait.
Video. Stay.
With this, we would like to extend our wholehearted thanks to all our guests, volunteers, and beloved audience who have been part of the breast cancer awareness program. Let's remember that awareness is the first step towards prevention and early detection. We would also like to inform you all about the free thermogram test going to be conducted at NIT Hospital. for all faculty, staff, and students. We want all of you to take full use of this crucial facility, which will aid the process of early election. Thank you.